Hey YouTube, this is Orion making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button and also please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This is my overview of the Kizer Gemini. The Kizer Gemini is a titanium frame lock flipper. See below in the description bar for the rest of the stats on this knife. For full disclosure, this is actually a review knife sent to me by True Talon. It's not my knife. It will be going back after the review process. He sent me this one to have a look at, and it's quite a popular design by Kizer. It's probably one of their best known designs by Kizer. As I said, it's a titanium frame lock flipper with S35VN blade steel, no advertised HRC. Features a full flat grind and a stonewash finish, which is really well done. I like its stonewash finish on this. A contoured titanium handle. Features titanium anodized hardware. Nice stylized pivot. A short titanium backspacer and a milled pocket clip, both being anodized, that blue colour. A lanyard hole. As I said, the anodized milled pocket clip, which is right hand tip up only carry, but they do actually make a limited edition left-handed knife, and it's actually a true left-handed knife. They move the lock onto the other side, and obviously the pocket clip as well. And as far as I know, they are still available with that in that left-handed version. This is designed by Ray Laconico and is based on Ray's custom design, the Jasmine. As I said, this is a review knife, and it will be going back. Overall, I'm quite impressed with this little knife, and when I say little, it is actually too small for me. In the hammer grip, there it is there, I only just get a forefinger, and when I go into like a saber grip, it basically is too small for me. It's just slightly too small. I prefer them another ½ inch of handle length and correspondingly a bit longer blade length. This one's only 79.5 millimeters long, or 3.12 inches, and I like around the 3 1/4 or 3½ inch blade length is about minimum that I go to. But for people with smaller hands than me, I've got extra large hands, as I keep saying on all my vids, this would fit them well, but for anyone who's got larger hands, they may find it actually a bit too small. It's all centered. There is no lock, rock or blade play, but when I did receive the knife and I started evaluating it and flipping it, I did find that the pivot started to loosen off a bit and it developed a little bit of blade play. I just pinched it up again, and if it was my knife, I would just Loctite that, and that'd be it. It'd be all sorted. But as the Kizer would be producing a heap of these, and it's not unusual for the pivots to occasionally come undone and then not Loctited. Sometimes some people want them Loctited from factory, others don't. I'm neither here nor there. I've got the ability to Loctite it if I had to anyway, so it doesn't bother me. Overall, it's an impressive little knife. They're really well done. It's all chamfered really well. Nice, fits in the hand ergonomically, cuts really well. It's just, it's a little slightly too small for me is the only real complaint that I'd have about its sizing. Okay, the pros for this knife is its flipping action. As you can see, it's snappy. You can wiggle it shut. It fires really well. I really like this. The blue accents too. The pivot, the backspacer and the pocket clip are a different colour to the other ones. I don't know why they did that. It looks a little bit different to it, so I don't know whether that was a design or they just didn't colour it this vibrant blue that the others is. But yeah, it's a bit strange for me. I did find that a little bit strange. But overall, that's the pros for the knife. Its biggest pro is its flipping action. It's really good. It's a little pocket rocket. And the only con that I can find for the knife is, and this is a personal one, it doesn't have jimping on the flipper tab. And for me personally, I don't care how they shape their flipper tabs. Like people will say, because the way it's shaped, it doesn't need jimping. But I found I have misfired it because my finger has slipped off it. I didn't engage it properly. And I require jimping on the flipper tab despite whatever shape it is. But that con's the only one that I can really find. Overall, it's a nice little pocket knife. Quite well priced. They run for about $199 Aussie. And from what I've been told, it's Kizer's most popular design, and I can see why. It's, as I said, I misfired it then. It's a really nice little pocket knife. Really well done. Just obviously not for me in the size. My hands are it's a little bit too small for me. If it was slightly bigger, I probably would get one. But yeah. Also, the S35VN, that's a personal preference. There's absolutely nothing wrong with S35VN steel. And anyone who knows me, only EDC M390 blades. I chose that steel a little while ago, and I only EDC M390. And to be honest, if this was in M390 and had jimping on the flipper tab, I'd probably buy it straight away, even though it is a little bit too small for me. But yeah, that's enough on the steel. It's a perfectly acceptable steel for pocket knives. It's just personal preference for me. Overall, I can see why these are so popular. Quite a nice little pocket knife. Obviously this is only EDC knives that have got lanyards. I'll cut that off. Just for my review purposes, I put that on there, but it'll be going back. One last note I did want to say before I sign off. This is how Kizer sends their knives. It's in this packet. The packaging on these are exceptional. It's some of the best I've ever seen. It's quite impressive. A little bit overdone, really, if you think about it. But anyway, this is how they do it. The knife comes in a sleeve, in this little packet, little pouch, and there's all paperwork. For a $200 knife, the way it turns up like that impressed me. But this stuff, a lot of people say that it's overdone, and it probably is. But yeah, I thought that was pretty full on the way they did all that packaging. It's a really classy way of doing it. Anyway, that's the Kizer Gemini. Thanks for watching.